In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my 5-month Finasteride update. And as an added bonus, I'll be doing my video review of Caboki Hair Fibers. Stay tuned. Hey, my fellow follicle frontiersmen, it's DJ from Keratin Brotherhood. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, as always, welcome. Keratin Brotherhood is here to help you build confidence in your hair loss through transparency, empathy, and positivity. If you enjoyed today's content, consider clicking the subscribe button and joining the Keratin Brotherhood. And then also click the little bell to turn notifications. That way you can be one of the first to be notified whenever I upload new content. So let's jump right into it. It's been 5 months since I started taking Finasteride. This has been a roller coaster of hair growth and hair shedding. I would like to first say this. If you're a guy who's taking Finasteride and you're noticing that your hair is shedding, particularly around the 3rd, 4th, or 5th month, or even beyond, please don't suddenly stop taking the drug. I'm gonna tell you that the hairs you're losing are probably not fully developed hairs. And so in this video, you're gonna see exactly what I mean when I say don't stop the medication, because a guy in my situation, I would likely be freaking out right now. But if you're not experiencing any like sexual side effects or anything that's really causing you to have problems in your daily life, and the only thing that's happening is that you're shedding those really thin hairs, guys, stick with it, okay? This is a marathon, it is not a sprint. And I know that some of you had told me that you had quit taking the drug early because you thought the shedding was you just losing more hair. That's usually not the case. In this video, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. As far as side effects go, again, guys, I'm still the same. There's no sexual side effects. All right, there's no libido issues, there's no erectile dysfunction, there's no poor semen quality. There's really nothing in that realm of side effects. And actually, I've just stopped thinking about it, which could probably play a role in some of your experiences. We can kind of psychologically influence ourselves to believe certain things, and those beliefs can tend to manifest physiologically. And so if you're expecting that you're gonna have side effects based on rumors or based on, other guys who have had those experiences, the likelihood that you could probably start experiencing some erectile dysfunction or libido issues, those issues are not necessarily connected to the drug, but it also has a lot to do with your frame of mind, your frame of thinking, and your state of mind. The way the universe works is, if you always expect the worst, generally you're not gonna have the best results. So if you're taking the drug and you're so worried about the side effects, which I understand, I mean, they're serious side effects if you're that 2% that experiences them, find something to do at the time, all right? Something to take your mind off of the fact that you're taking this drug that could potentially cause some kind of problems. Because the less time you spend thinking about it, the less time it's gonna spend bothering you. And you don't wanna have to deal with that kind of stress every day. Like, oh shit, is my junk working? Like, is it gonna work today? Just don't think about it, okay? So the hair shedding that I had started experiencing in the 3rd month really began accelerating in the 4th month. Now, if you've seen my previous videos about my Finasteride 1, 2, 3, 4 month updates, if you haven't, by the way, I'll put the link up here for the playlist. You can go check those out and kind of see how far I've come along. The hair loss had stopped. And in this area, I was already kind of really thin when I first started taking Finasteride. And around the 2nd month, I started experiencing this like mega growth of like vellus hairs, those thin baby hairs, the immature hairs. And then the 3rd month, I had like a pretty decent coverage. I was actually really impressed, except what goes up must come down when it comes to those vellus hairs. They gotta go, guys. Those immature, thin baby hairs. And so in the 4th month, I shed like crazy. And it got to the point where I had lost so much hair that I was starting to thin again in this area. And now I'm at the end of the 5th month, and the shedding has not stopped. Actually, it's actually continued probably at a quickened pace, in the sense that the amount of hairs that I'm losing, it's super noticeable. Like, I got hairs all over the house right now. And when I shower, you can just see hairs in my hands, like in the shampoo, and then I'm applying like the minoxidil, or I'm applying like my hair pomades or something. You can see that there's hairs all in my hand. If I pull right now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but and that's how easily they come out. It's just like I can pull them, they come out. What I've been trying to do is I've actually been trying to actively scrub my hair vigorously to kind of loosen up those hairs and just get them out. Because the thing is, they're gonna fall out anyways. I mean, I'm not sitting here like tweezing my hair trying to pull each one out, but rather than trying to preserve the current state of my hair, to me, I just want to get rid of them. All right, just get rid of those vellus hairs and let the mature hairs have an opportunity to come in after them. And if you don't know how the hair cycle works, once you shed a hair, it's not immediately followed up by another hair. Okay, because there's a bit of like a cooling down period, kind of a latent stage. And during that period, it's called the telogen stage. During that period, the hair just doesn't grow. It's kind of like sleeping until it's reactivated and it starts growing again. How long that is, it depends on you. Okay, it really just depends. And for me, it hasn't started yet. You know, it's whatever. If you want to know exactly how many hairs are coming out at one time while I'm shampooing, you can take a look at this picture here. I took this picture about 4 days ago, washing my hair in the sink so I can kind of catch the hairs so you guys can see them. I shampooed once, rinsed my hair, and then went to just shampoo lightly one more time, and this is the second rinse off. And you can see, dude, there's like hairs everywhere, like all over this sink, dude, there's hairs everywhere. I'm not shocked about it. I'm a little bit surprised, like, wow, that's a lot of hairs. Maybe this is what you guys have been experiencing too. Maybe you can drop a comment down below and tell me, is this what your hair shedding looks like while taking finasteride? Because if it is, you're not alone, all right? I'm showing you right now that I'm experiencing the same thing. But what I want to show you is how we look at the back. So let's turn around here. So you can actually see that I'm significantly thinner in the back here. All right, go back to the 3-month update and then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But like as far as like my hair, you can see I lost a lot right in this area right here. It's so much thinner than it was before. When I say before, I mean like the 2nd or 3rd month of taking finasteride. And then this area is kind of shed a little bit too, but these hairs are still here. I don't know if these are actually gonna fall out or not, but like I said, these hairs here are still vellus. You can see they're still thin. So a lot of these hairs are still gonna come out, guys. Like, it's just a matter of time. This is why I said I kind of scrub pretty vigorously when I'm washing my hair so that I can get these hairs out. As far as the hair transplants go, guys, yeah, I had a hair transplant, okay? But if you don't know how my hair transplant was, what I got, it wasn't here, okay? There's nothing here. It was only here. If you don't believe me, go back and check out my other videos because frankly, I'm tired of explaining it. Okay, so yes, I did have a hair transplant, but it's not here on my crown, okay? You can take a look at the hairline here. You can see that my hairline is pretty much the same as it was before. When I say before, I mean before taking finasteride. It's hard to tell if the density that I had gained from the first 2 months of finasteride is significantly thinner. I have lost hairs from here. I can actually pull out hairs right now, just like the thin hairs. So I did experience regrowth in this area. Like there were hairs regrowing, and I had gotten a few hairs in my hairline. I know a lot of people say that it doesn't regrow new hair, finasteride. That's true. It doesn't regrow new hair, like a new follicle, but it does tend to reactivate the dormant follicles. And so even in here in your hairline, if your hair follicles are miniaturized to the point where they just don't work anymore, it's possible that you could, with finasteride and minoxidil and derma rolling, that you could stimulate growth for your hairline as well. Now, don't hold me to that. I'm not gonna say that that's what's gonna happen for you. It's just what's happened for me. Your mileage may vary. Another question that I got in the comments was the amount of hair that I have right now, like this current situation, like with this, is this better, equal to, or worse than before I started taking finasteride? And my answer is, dude, it's better. Okay, I was bald, guys. I was like so bald. I think I had sporadic hairs on my crown. And the fact that it's like this now, I know you're like, well, the DJ is still thin. But guys, I can apply hair fibers much easier now. Okay, before I was putting hair fibers literally on scalp. Okay, but now the hair fibers actually have hair to grab onto, so they're more effective for me, which is gonna be cool to see because when I do this Caboki test in a second, you'll be able to see that the fibers should be able to cling onto the hairs pretty easily. Question of the day. If you've been taking finasteride and you've been experiencing shedding like I am, what do you do to take your mind off of it? Are you playing sports? Are you playing video games? Are you watching TV? Maybe you're taking trips abroad? Let me know in the comments down below, what do you do to take your mind off of the daily shedding so that it doesn't cause you a lot of stress? Am I worried about what it's looking like right now? I'm not. I'm really not. I'm a little bit, like, oh shit, that was cool, man. I had hair just for a moment. But I gotta trust the process. You gotta trust the process that the drug is going to regrow the hairs that you had before. And if it doesn't after a year, please give yourself at least a year, okay? If it doesn't work after a year, then maybe you need to start reconsidering other options. But this is just like getting a hair transplant. You don't get a hair transplant and then wait 3 months and say, oh, I don't have any hair, it's a fucking failure. Dude, a hair transplant, you don't see results regrowth until like 6 to 9 months after the hair transplant. Full thickness doesn't come in until like 18 months after the hair transplant. Finasteride is, you can think about it the same way. It's gonna take time, all right? And if you're a young guy, I know this might be difficult for a lot of you young guys who, when I was young, I wanted shit now, like immediate gratification. And it's it's hard. It's hard to sit there and watch your hair regrow and then fall out again, or maybe not even regrow, just fall out. Okay, but please check the quality of the hairs that are falling out and then see if those hairs are mature hairs that are shedding, or if they are the immature hairs, the really thin ones that you saw me pull out of my head a moment ago. If they're immature hairs, man, just suck it up, you know, and move on about your day and just give the drug time to do what it's supposed to do. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this one, all right? And the reason why I'm connecting it to this Finasteride video is because I am shedding, okay? I've shed so much that I need to use my hair fibers. And normally I use Toppik hair fibers. As you guys know, you have seen a lot of my hair fiber videos come out. I'll go ahead and link the playlist up here if you don't know how to use hair fibers. I have great resources there that you can watch to see exactly how I apply hair fibers, and hopefully that method works really well for you, okay? Because it works great against rain, it works great against humidity, it works great against wind, and even if you want to sleep with the hair fibers in, it's completely possible with the method that I use, okay? But it works best for guys with short hair. So if you're a person with longer hair, you can watch the videos, get some more information, but those videos are tailored specifically for short hair guys. I ordered the sample size of Caboki, and that's what this is, like the trial size. And one thing that you get on the Caboki box that you didn't get on the Febron box is this little sticker. You get this little sticker of authenticity, and it has this code, which I've already scratched off and tried it. You can actually go to the website and see if your Caboki is like legit, if it's not a knockoff. And if I go here, you can see that it has your little website here, don't fall victim to counterfeiting, which apparently is a hot topic amongst hair fiber companies. But to get your little, authenticity, yeah, you get your authenticity code thing here, and what you do is you put the code in, and the next screen you get is, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. What is this? You guys remember this? You guys remember this? This, oh, yeah, like, so, there you go, Caboki.com. And this is the same ugly dude that the Febron hair fibers put in their sample box. Now, I'm not gonna say for a fact that all hair fibers are the same, but I can tell you that there are some striking similarities between the Febron sample and the Caboki sample. And what I want to say is that maybe they come from the same manufacturer, but I don't know. You guys make that decision, you make that call. But here's the case, Caboki. They come with a clear case, unlike the Toppik bottle, which comes with like a completely opaque case. This is kind of transparent, so you can see the fibers in there. Color is black. Open it up, and you got your little sieve on the outside there. So if you've never used hair fibers before, you always get this little sieve with the holes in it to allow the hair fibers to come out, and you shake it on like a salt and pepper shaker, which isn't the best way to apply it, but that's what they tell you to do on this damn paper here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply these fibers the way that I normally would apply hair fibers. Normally I will put the fibers in water, but I'm not gonna do it this time because I don't think it's necessary, because it's kind of an unrealistic test. So if you drop it in water, who cares? All right, what matters is how they do on your head. So let's go ahead and take a look at how they do on my head. I'm gonna go ahead and try to apply these Caboki hair fibers the same way I apply my Toppik hair fibers. I got my oil product here, which is what I'm gonna use today. I'm not gonna use the pomade because the pomade tends to be a bit gummier than this oil. And I've never used these hair fibers before, so I just wanna kind of make sure that if it's too sticky, the hair fibers won't be able to move. So I'm gonna use this one, just a light oil, which I've already applied, and you can kind of see that I got a little bit of oil in my hair now. So that's set up. If you don't know how to use the oil products in your hair for hair fibers, I'll put a link in the description. You can check those videos out. Try this here. Well, it's actually not bad, guys. Okay, so wow, these are actually not bad. Yo, this is not as it's not as difficult to deal with. Like the Febron hair fibers were a little bit more difficult to deal with, but these, they're definitely lighter than the Toppik hair fibers. They feel lighter. but they're just as easy to kind of work with as the Toppik hair fibers are. The Febron hair fibers, they tend to get stuck. In some areas, and they just dump out also. They dump out, so it makes it really difficult to measure and meter how much you're actually putting out. But this is not bad. And you can see, like what I mentioned about my hair, the thin hairs here, just even those little thin hairs that I got from the Finasteride is enough for the hair fibers to cling onto, especially when you use the oil products. It really just makes it like a perfect environment to put the hair fibers in, and they just don't move. You see, I'm literally rubbing my hair here, and nothing is really moving. Do that. And I'm not going to do this perfectly because I don't think it's really necessary for this video, but let me go ahead and try to put some on top here. It's really hard to use this tiny ass container. Yeah, remember, don't shake the hair fibers, guys. Shaking the hair fibers is the worst way. It's the worst way to put those in. Especially if you got short hair. If you got longer hair, like I said, I can't speak for that. But I know in my experience, guys with short hair like mine, you just want to make sure you're tapping and pulling to get those hair fibers in. Look at that. Oil pomade, guys, and oil products. I can brush my hair right now with the hair fibers in, and they're still there. Now I got this huge light shining on me, so it may not look as great, but once I get back to the room and you guys can see the natural daylight, you'll see what I'm talking about. It actually looks not bad. Not bad. I'm impressed. I've been putting off testing this product for a while, man. It's just been like, it's gonna be like every other hair fiber. But this one might actually give Toppik a bit of a run for its money. I wonder if they come from the same manufacturer though, to be honest with you, because the Toppik hair fibers don't come with a silica gel like the desiccant packet. Febron came with like silica gel that you find like your shoe boxes and stuff, okay, to keep the humidity out of the container. However, Toppik actually includes silica as one of its ingredients in the hair fibers. So they built the water resistance into the hair fiber, which is why the fiber it comes out, it feels heavier and it feels drier, I suppose. And it seems like that's what Caboki is doing too. They're putting like silica in the hair fiber because otherwise humidity would just kill this. Like it would kill it. But let's go back to the room and I'll give you my review after I look at it in the natural daylight. All right, so here we go. We're back in the room. You can see the natural daylight kind of shining in my face and on my hair. You can kind of see that the Caboki hair fibers look pretty good, man. They don't have that really jet black look that Febron has. I didn't like that. It just looked too unnatural. But this is actually pretty acceptable for me. I can do it with this. Take a look at the back here. Obviously, I didn't do it perfectly, guys. Trust me, when I do it perfectly, it does look really good. But just for this video, I just needed to get it on there to see how it came out. And overall, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's holding well. I can rub my hair like this, and the fibers are generally holding well, especially with the oil pomade there. And yeah, I think it's a good product. I wouldn't say that I'm gonna switch over to Caboki, but I wouldn't mind finishing that sample because it's just that good. The Febron that I tried a few weeks ago, it's still sitting on the shelf collecting dust. I'll never touch that again. But this is good, guys. If you don't know which hair fiber to go with, Caboki is a good choice, and they're not sponsoring this video at all. But I'm just testing it because you guys asked me to. Go to the Caboki website. You can order your own sample of Caboki hair fibers. It's free. I think you just pay for shipping and handling. I think it was like maybe $5 or something like that. You pay for shipping and handling. That little thing they gave you, for my head, that'll probably last me about maybe 3 weeks. It's a pretty good amount in that bottle. So if you're interested in the oil products, I have links in the description. You can go check those out and buy those. Like I said, they work really, really well at keeping the hair fibers in place. I hope you enjoyed today's content. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. If you haven't clicked subscribe and you made it this far, you may as well go ahead and click it now, and also turn the bell on so you get notifications. My name is DJ from Keratin Brotherhood. I'll see you guys in the next video.